Welcome to Getting On With Life, Pastoral Wisdom for Successful Christian Living. I'm Chris Field, and this lesson is about There is a River. God's mercies are flowing for you right now. God's river is a very present reality. Take a look at Psalm 46, verse 4. There is a river whose streams make glad the city of God. You can dive into and swim in God's grace. See what it says in Ezekiel chapter 47, verse 5. Again he measured 1,000, and it was a river I could not cross, for the water had risen deep enough to swim in, a river that could not be crossed. And you can draw water from God's well of salvation. See what it says in Isaiah chapter 12, verse 3. Therefore with joy will you draw water out of the wells of salvation. And as well, you can call on the name of the Lord. Romans chapter 10, verse 13 says, Whoever calls on the name of the Lord will be saved. As well as that, you can drink from God's streams in the desert. In Isaiah 43, verse 19, God says, I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the desert. Many times we find ourselves in situations where we instinctively rely on our own capacities, doing what comes naturally to us and expecting things to work out. When there's a hitch, we're likely to try a little harder, switch strategy, react, or get upset. In those situations, as well as the rest of life, we are to remember that God is our source, and God has streams of blessing for us to access. We are not supposed to go it alone and do our own thing. We're not supposed to prove ourselves by our ability to solve the problems on our own. We are meant to live by faith, as in employing faith on a continuing moment-by-moment basis, 24/7. That's all day, every day. See what it says in Romans chapter 1, verse 17. The righteous will live by faith. So when you find yourself struggling with something, remind yourself that there is a river. There are wells of salvation. There are streams in your desert. The name of the Lord is your strong tower. What you need to do is to drink and to swim and to call. Remember to commit your way to God and to look to Him, not to your own capacities. A teenage girl who became a Christian through her friends turned up at a church where I was pastoring. She was told by her friends to start each day by committing it to God and letting Him be in control, solving problems before they even happened. She began to do that with lovely results. She told me that she'd forgotten to pray that prayer one day and was surprised how many challenges she faced. She went back to committing her days to God consistently. Make a point of committing your day, your situation, your relationships, your finances, your health, your friendships, your workload, and everything else to God each day. And when issues come along, be quick to dive into God's streams of blessing, hiding in Him and calling on His name. Don't make the mistake of trying to dig your own way out of trouble, when the Lord is there to look after things so much better than you ever can. God has made a way for you, so don't forget that there is a river. And may God bless you.